A couple disclaimers before this video starts. Disclaimer number 1. This video contains graphic content and very insensitive things. Viewer discretion is advised. Disclaimer number 2. This video falls under fair use. Examples of fair use are displayed on the screen right now. This video falls under fair use. And final disclaimer. I am not asking you to harass Guyus The Raptor. I don't want any of you to harass anybody in this video. I know Guyus is gonna tarnish this video and act like, he wants you to harass me. He wants you to harass me. No. This disclaimer is here to say that I do not want you to harass anybody in this video. Got it? No harassment. I do not advocate the harassment. Alright. Thank you guys for listening, and enjoy the video. From wanting the devs of modern Crash Bandicoot to die, to literally reporting someone to the FBI just because he doesn't like them, this is the story of Guyus Matlow, also known as Guyus The Raptor and GWKTM. Guyus The Raptor started his internet journey in 2014 on DeviantArt, and his beginner posts, they were pretty normal. They were pretty normal until he posted this image onto his DeviantArt where he discussed the DuckTales reboot. His main issues with the reboot was that, well, it was a reboot and it did something completely different with the series instead of just being what it was originally. And it's good when series branch out and do something new. Create a new story, new everything. But apparently Guyus doesn't like that kind of stuff. He thinks it ruins what the original story was. He thinks it ruins what the thing was completely. And judging by what he states about other things, like the Lion Guard, the Paul Rudd Mickey Mouse shorts here, and Tangled the series, it's clear he doesn't like when things get rebooted for new audiences. Or just straight up get something new. And then he posted this onto DeviantArt on May 22nd, 2018. Yeah, this was just a small image of his redesign of Crash Bandicoot. And nothing was really wrong with this. He didn't say anything bad about it, he just didn't like the design, and that's okay. But then, the cracks, they started to show. In 2019, we got the news that the Animaniacs reboot would be dropping on Hulu. And Guyus proceeded to make this image as a response to the news. And I think this is where the point happened that Guyus snapped. Because only a few months later, he would have posted this onto his DeviantArt page. And this single image would cause the downfall of Guyus The Raptor. This is the moment Guyus The Raptor went insane. It's around this point in time where the normalized killing of modern things started to become common on Guyus's page. I mean, we have this, the shooter fraud, and then we have one of his most infamous posts, "We deserve better," where he states in the image that he wants Activision, Toys for Bob, and Beanox, their developers, to all be killed. And he's stuck with his guns, thinking that Activision, Toys for Bob, Beanox, Vicarious Visions, they all deserved to be killed. He kept going on with this whole thing until 2021, where, well, you all know the fan game at this point, Crash Bandicoot Retro Hijinks was fully announced and a demo was dropped for it. And the demo would make him one of the most infamous Crash haters of all time. On March 8, 2021, Crash Bandicoot Retro Hijinks would have its first demo release onto Game Jolt and his own website. And, well, all of you know the game at this point. It's not very good gameplay-wise and not very good morally. Because, yeah, everything included in the game is, yeah. And then it was soon found out that the game contained malware in its files. The way this was found out was through the bat file that was contained in the first demo's files, named eraseimposter.bat, which was created to specifically delete Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy and Crash Bandicoot 4, It's About Time. Including malware in your game? That's not a good thing to do. What are you, Sonic Gather Battle? Anyways, back on topic. This would be where Guyus actually entered, well, relevancy. Because of, well, yeah. This would also be around the time when the game, Guyus himself, and his group on Game Jolt, Old School Bandicoot, would all get nuked off of Game Jolt because the game had the malware. Because somebody reported it to Game Jolt, and Game Jolt doesn't like when games have malware in their systems. So they booted Guyus out. And then this would be where Guyus truly went insane, saying that if your PC does not have an optical disk drive, you're a suicidal outcast, acting like he's superior against people who actually develop games because of Crash Retro Hijinks, creating a poll where he says that he might create a physical PC game in the future, but in that poll, he said that he gave two choices. People would buy his game, or physical media is extinct, so he might as well kill himself. I don't know where you're getting that mentality. He's also stated that the Crash Bandicoot remakes should have just been mediocre ports of the original 3, like how Super Mario 3D All-Stars did it. And then, a person you might know if you've been involved with this situation, a certain someone that you may or may not know entered the fray into this whole thing. Their name? The Loten17. The Loten17 proceeded to make two videos on Retro Hijinks. One of them talking about the actual game, and the other talking about the bad-mouthing DeviantArt journal. But in that video, it contains the fact that Guyus made a community post asking people to kill Loten. Yes, this is real. This was in Loten's second part video to Retro Hijinks. And then this is where killing modern things would become less common on Guyus' page. This is where he started to go after real people and their characters. We have finally reached the point of where we are today. Yes, we did skip over 2022 and 2023 because this is still happening to this day. What he is doing is still happening to this day. And oh boy, do we have a lot to talk about. This is the point in the story where Guyus started to full-on harass people he did not like, including report them to the fucking FBI. And also straight up attack people who work on certain things. Like right here on Facebook, he apparently attacked a Crash 4 artist just because they worked on the game. That's it. He has even gone to the point where he wants the devs of modern Crash Bandicoot to die of the C virus and compares modern Crash Bandicoot to the war of Russia and Ukraine and the literal genocide of Palestinians. How mentally deranged do you have to be to compare those things to modern Crash Bandicoot, a mascot from the PS1? Alright. Let's just back up a little. And let's just go back to Loten. So, Guyus wants Loten dead. Like, just straight up. I'm showing pictures right now. I got sent these by someone who wants to remain anonymous. And, yeah. Guyus just wants Loten straight up dead. And also because of the way he acts, he also got banned off the Crash Bandicoot subreddit because he wrote a melancholy story about two people, and one of them being a fan of Modern Crash and one of them being a fan of Classic Crash, and the story about, and it was a story about suicide and shit like that. I have it on screen right now, you could read it, and this got him banned. It was also around this point in time where he started to threaten people that he was going to kill himself. Yeah, apparently he threatened to slit his throat, hang himself, yeah. And, well, the guy I got the word from doesn't have the proof. They do have the proof of the video of Guyus about to hang himself, and the 2 community posts he made featuring screenshots from the video of him having the noose up and him having the noose around his neck. Both things are blurred for very obvious reasons. But he did do this. Remember, this is over a goddamn orange cartoon Bandicoot. It's also around this time when Guyus decided to start his delusions, thinking that if he pitched this game to Microsoft, Microsoft would approve. Completely ignoring the fact that other creators have gotten sued by, well, the owners of the property just because they used certain things in certain ways. And besides the FBI reporting, he's also done shit like this, beheading people's characters. Yikes. So Guyus has a growth fetish. Yeah. And it wouldn't be as much of an issue if he didn't do it with his character that he canonically made 8 to 9 years old. Yes, you heard that right. He makes growth fetish art with his character that's 8 to 9 years old. It really doesn't help when he does the same thing to his character's girlfriend, who is stated on Guyus' website to be a preteen. Doesn't really help his case out. And these are only the main things I was able to find that don't require me to create a whole other account on some other website and would cause me to look at things that I really don't want to see. This is the common stuff. God forbid what he's going to do in the future with these characters. Guyus the Raptor is a guy who is too far stuck in the past, and someone who just cannot handle modern technology. This man is 30 years old, and he acts like a 5-year-old. Just based off what I've shown you guys, this guy is like, he's got more than just a screw loose. He's got the entire thing completely destroyed. He's got his whole mind messed up. Like, I get it. I get the hatred for things like Insane Trilogy, Crash 4, stuff like that, because it's not a classic Crash, but you don't have to go to the point where you're starting to beg for the death of the modern devs and shit like that. That's not okay, dude. And it's not okay to just create your fan game out of pure spite and include heads on pikes and shit like that. It's just horrible, dude. This will not be the last Guyus video I make on him, because I still have the interviews to do with Loten and a games journalist that he threatened to sue. So this won't be the last part. There's still more to come. I still have to get their stories. And I've already gotten 2 stories from the 4 I've gotten who've came to me about Guyus so far. So prepare for those. And for now, goodbye.